Hi, Steve Jamrock, Realty Executives Premier. So I got up this morning and doing my routine, and I eventually moved over to check my emails and going through social media, and I had the news on in the background, and my good mood got really negative quickly because of the amount of negativity I saw pouring out at me through social media and the national media regarding the real estate market. And everywhere I looked, it was doom and gloom about, mortgage rates are up and homes, pending sales are down across the board. And it really got under my skin because, again, it's not indicative of what's actually going on in our market here in Northwest Indiana. And as I always say, real estate is local. What's going on in New York City is not going to be the same as what's going on here at Crown Point, or what's going on in San Francisco is not going to be the same as what's going on in Cedar Lake. And even in what's going on in Chicago is a totally different market than what we're seeing in Valparaiso, Chesterton, and throughout all of Northwest Indiana for that matter. So while it is important to pay attention to real estate nationally, and I'm not saying that what's happening in those markets may eventually trickle down into here, but it's really important to note that right now, what we're seeing is a lot different than a lot of other markets. So it's very important that I just beg you, please, wherever you get, if you need information on your real estate market, of what's going on in your backyard, in your community, check with a local source, check with your local agent. If it's not me, please pick somebody else that's from Northwest Indiana that knows what's going on in the market. But check with those sources first here. And today I want to go through just to kind of back things up of what's going on in our market here, do things a little bit differently. A lot of times I'm looking at solds and what's going, home prices, home values. Well, today I want to look at days on market and kind of look at what's happening currently. When you look at sold values, we kind of look in the past a little bit. But when we looked at today, we're going to look at what went under contract within the last 24 hours throughout Northwest Indiana here. And I'm looking at our multiple listing service here. And these are homes that went under contract in the last 24 hours. And I want to show you the active days on market for these properties. And you're going to see a pattern forming relatively quickly about what I'm trying to convey to you guys here. These are, again, properties that went under contract the last 24 hours throughout Northwest Indiana, pulled from our multiple listing service. So days on market right here is what we're focusing on. These are the amount of days the property was on the market before it went under contract. So this one here is a condo in Highland, was on the market for 4 days. This one here is Westville House, was on the market for 3 days. LaPorte, 7 days. Crown Point, 8 days. 3 days on the market in Valparaiso. 5 days on the market in Maryville. This one in Gary was on the market for 4 days. This one in Crown Point for 3 days. 7 days in Wheatfield. Here's a 12-day on the market, actually 13 total days on South Street in Crown Point. 3 days on the market in Maryville. 1 day on the market in Portage. 10 days on the market in Munster. 15 days on the market in Lowell. 5 days on the market again in Crown Point. 5 days in Crown Point. And 4 days in Wheatfield. And I think we can stop there as you get the point. The market is still moving rapidly in Northwest Indiana. As I've said in previous videos, we are still seeing incredible amount of buyer demand out there. That's not slowing down right now. Inventory has yet to reach any level of possibly keeping up with the current buyer demand still. And while rates are rising, and it is something to keep an eye on moving forward, I'm not saying it's not, but as of right now, that supply and demand is going to be more indicative to what's going on in the market than the rising interest rates are. So if you have any questions about what's going on here, or what I mean a little bit more about the days on market and staying local, please reach out to me. I'm always available. And of course, if you want to stay on the market, stay up to date, you can always follow me on social media as well. On Facebook at Steve Jamrock Realtor, Instagram at Steve Jamrock, or subscribe to my YouTube channel, YouTube/Steve Jamrock. But again, folks, in the coming weeks, months, we're going to hear a lot from the national media. Anytime there's a change in the real estate market, they jump all over it. So take a step back, get off the cliff. It's not the doom and gloom that they're leading you on to here. It's still a great real estate market out here in Northwest Indiana. If I could help in any way, please reach out. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you next time.